Hey guys, I'm Natasha Tessier. I'm the owner of Dwell Realty and Design. Welcome to my channel. This week, I wanted to talk about purchasing new construction in Texas. Hi there, I'm Natasha Tessier. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to know anything and everything about purchasing a home or moving to Texas, please hit the subscribe button. I would love to help you on this journey. It's pretty much all we do now on our team. So today I wanted to go over how to purchase new construction. For those of you who have asked about my hat, I've had a lot of people ask about my hat. So we live out in Montgomery and there are several schools around the area that have fishing teams for the kids, bass fishing teams. So my middle son is on the bass fishing team. I steal his hat because I think it's cute. I love it. Anyway, so that's what this hat is all about. They have a bass fishing team, the Montgomery Bass Fishing Team. For them, it's Montgomery High School and Lake Creek together as one team. They actually, I think, just won conference, or I don't know. I don't keep up with it. I just go to the weigh-ins and it's super fun. So if you're into fishing or your kids are, good place, fun place to be, super fun. That's not what we're talking about today though. We're gonna talk about purchasing a new construction in Texas. So right now, new construction is not a bad route. A lot of my clients are going that way because of all the bidding wars and having to waive appraisals and come out of pocket and all that stuff. So new construction is a very good option. They are going quickly too, but like I just talked to a DR Horton community sales rep yesterday. She had 12 new lots to sell 2 weeks ago and they're down to the last one, which we got, which is really cool. But they're going fast too, so you still have to be on top of it. But there's a couple things I want you to be aware of. So there are completed homes. There are homes that have just been started, which is usually 3 to 5 months to complete. And then they're selling lots, like this particular person, they're gonna break ground. When you go to a new construction, you want representation. So all of the realtor fees, so if you use me as your buyer's rep, or any agent for that matter, you don't pay them anything. So when I have to get paperwork that says, yes, you've chosen me to be your agent if you buy a home in the Houston area, you want Natasha Tessier to work with you, great. But you want that representation because those home builders already have our fees built in there. So if you go there and you say, oh, I don't have an agent, they don't drop our commissions off the price. What usually happens is the sales rep gets double the commissions, and then you have no representation. So what I'm doing for my clients is, okay, what incentives can you give? I talk about lowering the price for them. Do you have any incentives that way? Can you throw in blinds? People get into new construction, they don't realize that it doesn't come with a sprinkler system, and we live in Texas and it's hot, and you want a sprinkler system unless you want to hand water your yard all summer. What direction does the home face? So that's a huge deal in Texas. If you are not from here and you need to know which directions the home should face, you need an agent who knows what they're doing, who's gonna walk the lot and say, for example, you have a 2-story living room like this living room that I'm in, and it faces west in the backyard and there's windows up top. You are going to be so hot in that living room that you're gonna hate it. And it's really hard to cover up those windows up high. There's so many, like, which way does the breeze come from? If you live in Texas, you know where that breeze comes from because we look for it all summer long. So anyway, there's just a lot that goes into it. And then the really cool thing, I used to be a designer. I was published in Southern Living. I love interior design. That's just what I used to do before I was a realtor. And so when I do that, when somebody signs with me and we get to do all the selections, I've probably done this for 10 people in the past 3 months. We either, if it's virtual, we'll do a virtual selection together, or if it's in person, we'll go down to the design center. Each builder has their design center. It's at the Beltway. It's, not too far. And I literally, for no charge to you, walk you through what to purchase. So, gray floors are very trendy. Maybe we go with a little bit of brownish gray, or what paint color or hardware. Hey, I would spend money there with the builder, but really you can replace that light fixture a lot cheaper than buying it through the builder. So I really take to heart trying to get my clients to upgrade where they want to upgrade and not where they don't. Sometimes some of the builders will give us an incentive of $20,000 in upgrades or half off any of your upgrades. So if you spend 20, they're going to give you 10. I mean, there's so many things that, will help you. The other thing that's really cool about new construction is you can put a deposit down while you still have, most of my clients have a house to sell where they are, whether that's, California or wherever it is. So they will allow you to just put a deposit down. The DR Horton that we put under contract yesterday was $1,000. Sometimes it's $5,000. Some of the Highland homes that I have under contract are, I think it was $5,000, and then 50% of any upgrades that you do on the home. And that, a lot of these are pre-picked out right now because we're in the building season. And so they've already pre-picked out the brick, the elevation, the flooring, the hardware, everything. Some of them though will still, and it just depends on the builder, will still let you start from scratch and design your entire home. So it's important that you have that representation. I have a buyer's rep that I send out to all my clients that want to work with me. And I specifically write on their buyer, I've never charged a buyer anything. I've never charged them, if my commission gets cut or it's not our normal percentage, I always tell my clients, I don't do this because I have to, I do it because I love it. And so, if my commissions get cut, I'm not gonna write in my buyer rep that you have to cover the difference. I've never done that, and I never will do that. But it's important that you go in with representation and let them know, hey, I have an agent, or take your agent with you, or let me, what I do now is if people want to go around by themselves and they don't want me, like maybe they want to see 3 different master plan communities. They want to go to Woodland Hills, they want to go to Grand Central, they want to go to Wood Forest, Harper's Preserve, whatever. I know all those sales reps. I have very good relationships with them. They take care of me because I take care of them. And so I will register you with them, and I will say, hey, Alan Smith is my client. He's going to come out there. I want to set up an appointment with him. Please show him around. Happy to go with you, but a lot of people like to take their time, walk through models, walk through this. Then when you decide, like, okay, we want to be in Wood Trace, that's where I live now, that's the community we want to build in there, then I'm going to go with you and we're going to walk the lot or walk the house and figure out what are the pros, what are the cons, how can I make this better for you? How can we negotiate? All those things. And then the other thing to think about is a lot of these new construction will say, we're offering $5,000 off closing cost if you close with our lender, or $10,000. I mean, it's all sorts of numbers. I get 0 kickbacks on whoever you use as a lender. It doesn't matter to me, but I do think it's very important that you look at 2 different lenders. So most of them will require you to apply with their lender. And the reason they're doing that is they want to make sure that their lender looks through and you can afford the house and your credit's good and you have the money for the down payment, blah, blah, blah. But I would also do just a private lender. I have Brenda and I have Amber. I have several great lenders in the area. And again, I don't get anything from them. I just think it's important that you put them in competition with each other. So you shop around and you say, hey, because all of a sudden, that 1% to buy down the rate is 0.5%, or hey, we're giving 1,000 off. A lot of times what I find with the builders, not always, but a lot of times, they'll give you that big incentive to use their lender, but they charge you double that in fees. So it doesn't end up making sense anyway. So not always, and I have lenders that they'll look at, the fee sheet from the builder's lender and they'll say, we can't beat that. That's like a super good deal. You need to keep it. You need to stick with that. But then sometimes they can say, look, they're giving you $5,000 in fees, but they're charging you $7,000 or whatever. So it's important that we look at 2 different lenders. If they pull your credit at one, within 45 days, they pull it again. It's not going to double, or it's not supposed to double hit your credit, because the credit bureaus know that you're shopping around for mortgages and they're not going to just keep hitting and hitting and hitting. So I personally tell all my clients, get in competition, put them in competition with each other and make them they want your money, they want to get the loan. So they're gonna put their best foot forward to give you that loan. So if you need a lender, reach out to me. If you're working with our team, I'm happy to share all those numbers and you guys pick who the best fit is for you. So anyway, I just wanted to go through new construction, why it's important to have representation. The builder's paying a fee out anyway. So instead of giving that builder double the commission, I would give it to an agent who is going to fight on your behalf. The other thing that I do for all my clients in new construction is go get videos. I walk through those houses. I always tell them, if you want a video update, text me and we'll go get one. So, hey, it's framing stage. Hey, it got sheetrock today. And then the other thing I forgot to talk about is you also want to inspect. So I'm building right now. I'm building a custom house on 2 acres. We're actually gonna sell our house here in Wood Forest. If you know anybody who's interested, we're gonna probably sell this summer and do a lease back till our house is done. So if you know anybody who's kind of looking to move at semester, that would be our timeline. We have half an acre, 4,400 square feet. Another conversation for another day. But I'm building right now too, and I have an inspector going out the entire build process and checking my foundation, checking my framing, checking it's a package you can buy as a new build, and they literally are an independent inspector on your behalf, making sure that no corners have been cut and things are done the way that they're supposed to be done. When I built a house here a few years ago, it was also a custom home, and I had my inspector come out when the home was done, and they forgot to vent the fireplace. So huge mistake. Just, it happens in builds, but if I hadn't had that independent inspector and gone back to my builder and said, by the way, we don't have a vent in our fireplace, that would have been a disaster. So if you want support and somebody to walk you through the process, help you design, get videos for you, negotiate, do all that stuff, reach out to your realtor. I have realtors all over this state. I have realtors in Dallas, New Braunfels, Austin, San Antonio, Waco, all in between. So let me get you in with somebody who does what I do for my clients and is very passionate about going to bat for them, getting them the best deal, getting them the best rate, helping them design their new home, and then walking them through the process, getting film and doing all that stuff. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. We have a form below that you can fill out if you're interested in working with us. The form will come through. We'll also put our calendar link below. Schedule a Zoom with me and let's talk about your plans and what you plan to do and how we can help you. We would be happy to help you transition to Texas. It seems like everybody's coming this way. So I hope that helps, and I hope you guys have a blessed day.